What's up? I hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. I know I am. Uh, in this world, we have a lot going on. We need to make a lot of changes, and it's just sad to hear about a lot of stories going on in this world, such as what's going on in Ohio as of last week. If you guys haven't heard, there are two stories that actually happened out there. The first one is actually in East Liverpool, Ohio. If you haven't heard, the police showed a graphic photo of a couple overdosing on drugs with the 4-year-old in their car on September 9th. Now, the police state that they felt it was necessary to show the picture because they wanted to show the side of drugs, and they felt that it was a voice to show that our children are getting caught up in this mess. Now, some people are thinking, or some people are congratulating the police for posting the pictures. However, some people are not because they are offended by the picture because you never know. You might know that person. You might think, why the hell did the police do this and everything else along the way? I, for one, I'm not sure. You know, it's just, it's just going on out there. The woman, if you saw, you can see in the picture, is her name is Rhonda Pacis. I hope I say it correctly. She's 50 years old, and she is actually the child's grandmother. So she's actually the grandmother of the 4-year-old child in the picture. The driver, however, is not part of the family of the kid. His name is James Accord. He is 47 years old, and he was trying to tell the police officers that he was transporting Pesk and Pasik, I don't know how to say her name, and her grandchild to the hospital before he lost consciousness and everything along the way. The officer took the picture. Officer Kevin Williams, he stated that he heard a report about a Ford Explorer driving very erratic and waving back and forth before skidding off in the middle of the road by stopping in the middle of the road behind a school bus, and the process of letting children out. So basically, if you picture that, you know what's going on. Now, when Thompson and other police officers approached the car, he found a yellow piece of paper between Rhonda's legs, and it was containing a small amount of pink powdered substance, probably heroin or some other thing along the way. And Thompson had to call an ambulance and the emergency personnel to administer Narcan, which is basically to help out reverse side effects of opiate overdose. So, you know, this kind of thing. Now, both Accord and Pesk both were charged with endangering children, stopping them in the roadway, and public intoxication. Now, Pesk was sentenced to 180 days in jail and fined 280 days on the the child endangered charge, along with many other charges as well. Accord, however, he pleaded no contest and was sentenced to 380 days in jail. His license was suspended for 3 years, and he was fined $475. Now, you probably wonder what happened to the child. The child is actually in custody of his great aunt and his great uncle in South Carolina, so it's real good. Now, for me, I have a lot of family. I teach a lot of kids a lot of good things. You know, I want them to be inspirational and everything on the way. I also have my little cousins. If I saw this happen, I would be like a guardian in a heartbeat. I am always there for the kids. I'm always there for people. I don't care. Seeing this, it's sad. You know, sad to hear that a grandmother is doing this. You know, sad to see that they are being irresponsible towards their child, because you can actually endanger that child as they did right now and hurt them in their future in a way. Along with that, in Ohio, if you haven't heard, in Columbus, there was actually a shooting in Columbus, Ohio. A police officer shot and killed 13-year-old Tyron King after he pulled out a BB gun out of his waistband, out of his pants during a chase. So you probably don't know about that, but now you do. Tyron King, who was actually black, was shot by police officer Brian Mason, who was white, and he shot him multiple times. Tyron, along with 2 other people, was spotted along on a Wednesday evening after there were reports of an armed robbery in the area. Now, the reports state that the man who reported it, he said that there was a group of individuals who approached him. One of them had a gun towards the man, and demanded money. A short time later, Mason was patrolling around, and he saw 3 people matching the description of the suspects and approached him for questioning. Two of the people actually ran off from police officers and took off running, and officers chased them down an alley. Basically, Tyron was one of them. When the police caught up to him, Tyron pulls out the gun, and that's when Mason shot Tyre. He was later transported to the Nationwide Children's Hospital, where he died approximately at 8:22 p.m. Now, the crime unit investigated the scene, and they actually discovered that it actually wasn't a handgun. It was actually a BB gun with a laser sight attached to it. As I said previously, I said it was a BB gun, that kind of thing. And there's a picture of the police chief actually holding up the picture of the BB gun along the way. Now, the person who was with King at the time, he was actually at the location for questioning. However, was released later on due to further investigation. Chanda Brown, a lawyer of the King's family, said that the child was loved by his family. The grief is worsened further by the face of death that comes at the hands of a man who was sworn to protect the citizens of Columbus. Brown later called on for an independent investigation towards the incident as well. People said that King was remembered as an active one. He played football, soccer, hockey. He also did gymnastics and everything else along the way. Now, you're probably thinking, Bryant, what happened to the officer? Well, I'll tell you. The officer was actually put on administration leave. Police Chief Kim Jacobs said that Mason would need to see a psychiatrist before returning to the line of duty as a police officer. People, we need to stop this. Seriously. This is ridiculous. People doing drugs, endangering people, black people killing white people, vice versa, racism, everything along the way. And I don't know what kind of world we live in. You know, it's scary to hear that. I get worried for my friends, my family, anybody who I meet. I get worried for them because you never know what that person's story is going on or what is going on through their mind and everything else along the way. So just basically what I'm trying to say is keep an eye for everybody. You know, look out for someone, look out for one another, that kind of thing. I know some of you guys think I'm an ass for saying certain things or anything along the way, but I actually mean it. Keep a lookout for that. You know, I have family who is actually in the police force and everything along the way, and I worry about them when they go out on patrol and everything else on the way. So what I'm saying to all of you guys out there, do the right thing. Don't do anything stupid. Keep your mind open. Keep it out of the gutter. Keep it out of all the negativity, all the chaos, all the corruption we've got in this world right now, and make it positive in a way. But other than that, I want you guys to tell me what you think about this, about the whole Liverpool situation with the kid, and also what happened with the Columbus situation as well. But yeah, like it, share it, comment, and everything else on the way. But in the meantime, you guys have a good one. Peace out.